When your detractors become your biggest supporters, when your detractors become your biggest promoters, that is when you know you have hit something. That's when you know you've made a mark. That's when you know something is real. When the ones that have been hating on you for so many years have called you fake, have called you this, have called you that. Even last year, when they jump on the bandwagon and are like, yo, this is real. I mean, what can you do other than pat yourself on the back? And that's what the Miami Hurricanes should do is they should pat themselves on the back because they've turned a lot of detractors into promoters. And I just saw a video of a major detractor who is now a promoter. At least he was today or 2 days ago when this video popped. Um, none other than the SEC apologist, the Alabama suck off, the Texas suck off, Georgia suck off. I mean, anything SEC, it's always perfect. When you get Paul Finebaum to promote you, and when you're the Miami Hurricanes, what all that man has done for the last 8 years is take a shit on you. Even last year when you were good. I didn't hear him talking about Miami over Alabama last year in the playoffs, which everyone knows should have been the case. I didn't hear him do that. But what do you come on now? Like, what do you think? So here we got Paul Finebaum, ESPN college football, talking about the Miami Hurricanes. Let's talk about it. Let me show you that video. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts of this content. Appreciate y'all supporting the channel. We are growing at a pretty fast rate, and I'm excited about it. Just looking at the numbers, I mean, I'm a data-driven guy, and I'm looking at what's happening, and I'm looking at clearly the videos that I'm producing are working, and you guys are enjoying them, and I'm glad that you are enjoying them. If you have any ideas of things that you would love to see me talk about, hit me up on email at come on now the podcast at gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram at Hurricanes Unfiltered and send me a direct message. And I'll look into it, see if it's something that I can produce. I am limited in certain things that I can do. But if you want to hear some content, some information about something, please do hit me up. I appreciate any ideas because, going through the blotters and seeing what's popping and what's interesting and what piques my interest. And this one piqued my interest because it's been 4 weeks. It's been 4 weeks. And I'm seeing people shifting. People who have longly not been fans of the Miami Hurricanes. And Paul Finebaum is another one. So if you haven't done so yet, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment. And I want to hear what you got to say. Let me play this video for y'all so you can see what he had to say about the Miami Hurricanes.
The new AP poll is out in Miami, leapfrogged Penn State for this latest ranking in nearly a decade. It's their best one. Oklahoma's ranked, moved them up for 4 places to sit in 7th. Big gains were made by Oklahoma, Indiana, and Texas Tech after their successful weekend. The state of Texas, 3 teams in the top 12 of the AP poll the first time since 2016. And let us flash back to the last time Miami was ranked this high. It was 2017. Miami was coming up and beat down a 3rd-ranked Notre Dame. Paul was with us in studio on Sunday morning and declared on the turnover chain that the U is back. By the way, then the following week, they lost to Pittsburgh.
Hey.
So, Paul, is this iteration of the highest-ranked Miami team we've seen since 2017, is this team the real deal? Are they really back?
They're back this time, Matt. I mean, that was a false alarm, just like many of the other thousands of false alarms I've uttered with you on Sunday morning. But this feels real. Carson Beck didn't even play an A game on Saturday night against Florida, and they still managed to win convincingly. So, yes, I'm going to go ahead and say it again. No turnover chain today, no drama, but the U is back.
I kind of like that method for you. Just kind of stay out of the drama, stay out of the glitz and the glamour. Just give me substance as Miami's back. I believe this team is much more trustworthy this year than they have been in years past. Time now for Fine or Not Fine, the Monday therapy college football fans need and expect. You want the truth? Here's the truth. Clemson is 1-3 for the first time since 2004 after getting smacked by Syracuse. Paul, are things fine or not fine for Dabo Swinney?
Matt, they are so not fine. It's really unbelievable. And it's almost indescribable how bad they have been, especially at the quarterback position where they were supposed to be as good as anywhere. And on defense, where they had one of the best defenses in America, they can't do anything. And Dabo Swinney is really the blame. And I wish he would be quiet, Matt. He cannot get the foot out of his mouth right now.
For more extensive talk on Clemson and Dabo Swinney, Matt Berry Show, ESPN College Football YouTube channel with Paul Finebaum. Oklahoma remains unbeaten after the come-from-behind win against Auburn. Are Oklahoma's chances for an SEC championship fine or not fine?
Matt, not fine. And I know that's not a popular thing to say. Their defense is perhaps the best in the country. Their offense could use a little energy, but there is just way too many tough games for them to climb before I can declare them an SEC championship contender.
Their schedule down the stretch is absolutely brutal, so they are legitimately going to be 1 week at a time. And this is the one they're waiting for, and so is Alabama. On the road against Georgia this week. After Saturday, the Tide's playoff hopes will be fine.
Getting revenge for last year.
Ooh, okay. All right. Just want to put you on the spot there, make you a little bit uncomfortable because I know SEC Nation's heading to Athens on Saturday. And a bonus, fine or not fine. Pat McAfee, College Game Day, stripped down to his drawers, played with his drawers for a minute, and then the high dive to end College Game Day. Paul, we've seen you do some fun stuff on Nation. Fine or not fine with the fact that McAfee didn't even belly flop or dive. He just jumped right in.
I'm actually fine with it because you would have to pay me more money than McAfee makes to be seen on national television in my jockeys. So I'm all in on that.
You beat me to it because I was going to say, you know what? The precedent has been set. Paul, on behalf of America, do not get yourself into a Speedo on television. It would be a whole other thing, and you'd never be able to live it down. Every coach in America.
So there you have it. I hope you stuck around to watch the whole video to see the Pat McAfee thing. I thought the Pat McAfee thing was golden. Now, let's touch on what Finebaum had to say about the Miami Hurricanes. I'll give my commentary on that. I mean, honestly, I have interest in the Clemson stuff, and as ACC people, I think Clemson's done. Oklahoma, just to hit on that, because we are going to be going in the direction of college football. We're going to be doing a weekly Monday night UM and then college football type of show, live show. So I hope you jump on board with me on that. But it's going to be heavy Hurricane centric, obviously, as Hurricane fans. But we're going to be hitting on college football. This weekend's a huge college football weekend. A lot of big games, including the one he mentioned there, Alabama and Georgia, which we will be watching because it will be one that we're talking about on Monday night. And you know he wanted to pick Bama. You know he did. He's leading to Georgia. Okay, cute, cool, whatever. But Alabama had 3 losses last year, and they were actually in the playoffs ahead of Miami with 2 losses last year. So I don't think a second loss for Alabama knocks them out because they're Alabama. They get a curve. They get a privilege. It's the privilege of being Alabama. Because if they were to win out, they would be 10-2, probably in the SEC championship game, probably, and have an opportunity to make the playoffs. Last year, if SMU had beaten Clemson, Alabama was in the playoffs. So I don't think that they're out with a loss. Now, Oklahoma, I agree. They're not fine. They have a gauntlet of a schedule. Their schedule is rough. And now they've lost John Mateer. He's out for 4 weeks at least. So, yeah, they're not fine. Now let's talk about Miami Hurricanes. It's funny, 8 years ago, he put on the turnover chain. He was all in and all that stuff. If you recall, 8 years ago, when they were 10-0 and then lost the next week to Pitt, embarrassed themselves up at Pitt, and then obviously got drugged by Clemson in the ACC championship game, and then lost in the Orange Bowl to Wisconsin. that team was escaping in games. Okay? They were escaping. Even games early on that season, they escaped. The FSU game that they won up in Tallahassee, which was an awesome win. I was there, had a great time talking trash. It was the first time we had beaten Florida State in like 4 years, or more than 7 years, was it? Was it 7 years, something like that? We hadn't beaten them in quite some time. Um, and that game, that particular game, we needed a late touchdown to win. And then there was questions if the tight, it was a tight end. I remember the name of the guy. I'm going off the top of my head. I don't remember his name, but was it Langham? Darrell Langham, if I recall? The way he dove into the end zone. People were saying, oh, did he get into the end zone? But that was the first time I've been, 7 years. That was 7 straight losses to Florida State. And it took a valiant effort to beat a not so great Florida State team in Tallahassee. Then Miami proceeded to win 4 straight games. Even a year later, won by 1 point as a ranked team. The one dominating win was in 2020 when they won by 42 over Florida State. But, last year was a whooping of Florida State. But last year, Miami had games that escaped then too. Defensively, there were so many holes. So you had 2017 where Miami escaped against Florida State. I think there was one. I think Syracuse was one they escaped in. Georgia Tech was one they escaped in. There may have been others, but there are a lot of close games in that year, in that season. And it caught up. Last year, similarly, a bunch of close games, a bunch of flukish things. I mean, the play versus Virginia Tech, should never have happened, and it happened. And I do think he dropped the ball. I think it was the right call. But the call on the field was wrong. I mean, you have referees nowhere near it and calling it was horrible how that went down. Then you have Cal, where you fall behind huge. People are questioning whether Wesley Bissain had a hit that was a targeting penalty that would have cost the game. You had tough games there too. Defensively, they were massive struggles. So there were issues in 17, issues last year. Obviously, in between that point, there weren't any great seasons. But this year feels different. And it feels different because this team has a man-child offensive line and a man-child defensive line. You got grown-ass dudes playing on both sides of the ball. You got a bunch of demons out there. They're demons out there, man. How else can I put it? They are beasts in the trenches. And when you dominate the line of scrimmage, you dominate football games. It's that simple. So yeah, I see something different this year too. That's why I'm this FSU game is a big game, and I do believe Miami wins. And if Miami wins, I don't think there's a team that can touch Miami the rest of the season. Miami wins next Saturday night in Tallahassee. Miami's going to be undefeated this year. They're going to go 12-0, and they're going to play for the ACC championship. And they will win the ACC championship. They'll play either Florida State again, or they'll play Georgia Tech. But they're going to win the ACC championship. They win on Saturday night, October 4th. They're going to win the ACC championship. And then they're going to make a run in the playoffs. We'll see what happens. But hey, another detractor turned into a promoter. The one and only Paul Finebaum from ESPN. What are y'all thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Appreciate y'all watching the video. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell. And once again, Monday night starting up, I'm going to do probably 8 or 9 p.m. a weekly show on Miami Hurricanes, a live weekly show. And maybe I'll open it up for phone calls. Probably not the first week, but something I may look to do. And yeah, appreciate y'all, man. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment. This is Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.